Hello friends, I am back again with another interesting topic, demographic transition model from the chapter The World Population for class 12. On the slide, you can see three tables. One is for poor country with low economic development, in the middle, developing countries with medium economic development, and on the right hand side, developed countries with high economic development. These three tables are showing birth rate of many countries of Africa, Asia, Europe, and America. I have taken this data from World Bank Organization. The website, the name is given at the bottom, and birth rate are always given per thousand people. So this you have to remember. Let's come to the left table, poor countries. In Sudan, birth rate is how much? 32. Ethiopia, 32. Afghanistan, 32. Similarly, if you come to Niger, the birth rate is 46. Now come to the middle table, developing countries. Malaysia, birth rate is 17. Bhutan, birth rate is 17. India, birth rate is 18. Pakistan, 28. Iraq, 29. Now come to the right hand side table, green shaded table. Italy only 7 birth. Japan only 7 birth. Germany 10 birth. England 11 birth. Now can you find some kind of relation between the birth rate and economic development? Is anything coming to your mind that why in certain type of countries birth rate is higher, or birth rate is medium, or birth rate is lower? So of course there is some relation, and this relation was noticed first by two very renowned scholars, Thompson and Notstein, that we will discuss later. So with the help of the three table, we have understood that low economic development lead to high birth and high death rate. When economic development is low, birth rate is high, and also death rate is high. Death rate figure was not mentioned, but you remember death rate is also high. Where? In a country where economic development is low. On the other hand, if economic development is higher, then birth is low and death is also low. So these two important point you have to remember. First, low economic development leads to high birth rate and high death rate, and high economic development results in low birth and low death rate. So one hand we have birth and death, and on the other hand we have economic development, and both these components are interrelated. Both influence each other. Birth rate and death rate influence economic development, and similarly economic development influence the birth rate. So this relation, this interrelation was explained with the help of demographic transition model. So what are the important things in the demographic transition model? If in the examination question come, what do you mean by demographic transition model, or explain demographic transition model, then you can write the following points which are coming one by one on your screen. Number 1, this model was put forward by W. Thompson and F. W. Notstein. So you have to remember the name of these two scholars. Second important thing, according to this model, birth and death rate of a country are interlinked. They are interrelated with the stage of economic development of that country. So what they are trying to say? They are trying to say that economic development and birth and death rate both are interlinked. Both of them influence each other. Third important thing, every society primarily was agrarian, that means agriculture based. Rural, that means people were living in villages. Illiterate, low education. But slowly that society progresses to industrial, urban, and educated society. So these are the three important points. The third point you remember, every society was agrarian. That means in the beginning, all societies, all countries were not so much developed. Even today, England, France, Germany, they are highly developed. But in the beginning, they were also in the primary stage. Their people dependent on agriculture, farming, domestication of animals, and they were living in villages. But slowly, every country progress toward industrial, urban, and educated society. And each society has to pass through three stages, stage 1, 2, and 3. Each stage has its own certain characteristics that we are going to discuss one by one. So let's move to the stage 1. What are the salient feature of stage 1? In stage 1, birth rate in that country is high. It may be about 35 to 40 per thousand. So stage 1, what is the identification? Identification is birth rate will be high in that country. What about the death rate? Death rate is also high. It may be about 30 per thousand. So birth rate is high, again death rate is high. What will be the size of population? Size of population is low. Can you guess why? So more birth, but death is also more, and that's why population is not increasing. High birth rate is there, of course, but death is also high, and that's why population is not increasing. So size of the population is low. What are the main occupation of the people? Main occupation of the people is farming, hunting, gathering, fishing. In a simple word, they depend on primary occupation. When? When the country is in first stage. What about literacy? Literacy, low education. People mainly live in rural areas, village areas. Condition of economy, very poor, low per capita income and low GDP. And which are the countries which are at present in stage 1? These countries are Niger, Nigeria, Sudan, Somalia, and many other African countries. They are still in stage 1. How to identify that they are in stage 1? We can identify with the help of data related to birth, death, occupation, literacy. It's very simple. If most of the people are illiterate, if birth rate is high, death rate is also high, that means that country is in the first stage of demographic transition. Very simple. But slowly, any country move from first stage to second stage. Now what will happen when a country move from first stage to second stage? What changes we will notice? Let's see. So now the country has moved to the second stage. Now what will be the birth rate? Birth rate is still high. Remember, in the second stage also birth rate is high. Not that much high, but we cannot say low. Still it is high. Birth rate is about 25 to 30 per thousand. But death rate is now declining. This is very important. In the first stage, death rate was high, but now death rate is declining. Why it is declining? Due to improvement in some medical facilities. New hospitals, dispensary, medicine, little development in science and technology, vaccination, all the things together help in reducing and declining the death rate. Remember here, death rate is not low. Death rate is not low. Death rate is declining from high to low. So it is in a declining process. Now, what will be the size of population? Size of population is very high. And this term you have to understand, population explosion. That means there is a gap between birth rate and death rate. Birth rate is still high, but death rate is declining, and that's why people start increasing in that country. And in a due course of time, after some year, large size of population is inhabited in that particular country. So population will be very high in stage 2. This you have to remember. What are the main occupation of the people? Still, most of the people are dependent on primary activities like agriculture, farming, uh, domestication of animals like that. But slowly, many people are shifting from primary to secondary. So manufacturing industries are coming up, construction of buildings, roads, and new jobs are created. So there is a shift of occupation from primary to secondary. Literacy rate also improves. You can say medium literacy rate, about 50 to 70% people you may find literate in that second stage. Settlement, still most of the people are rural areas, but now people are migrating from rural area to urban area. This is one very important identification, that in the second stage people start migrating from rural areas to urban areas. They are going to work in the factories in the urban centers. So the size of urban center increases, and also the number of urban center increases in second stage. Economy, you can say now developing. In the first stage we said economy as a poor economy, but now we can use another term, developing economy. So it is not developed, it is developing, in the process of development. So medium per capita income and medium GDP are the salient feature in the stage 2. And which are the country at present in the second stage? Let's see the names. India, Bangladesh, Indonesia, Pakistan are countries which are still in second stage. Most of the Asian countries are in second stage. So let's go back to the first stage. So you have already understood first stage and second stage you have already seen. Now come to the third stage. What will happen when the country comes to the third stage? So in the third stage, birth rate become low, death rate also become low, and population is also low. So birth is low, death is also low, and therefore population is also low. What will be the identification? How to identify that a country is in third stage? We can identify with the help of birth and death rate figure. Birth rate low, death rate low, population is also low. That means the country is in third stage of demographic transition. Occupation, most of the people are working in secondary and tertiary activities, industries, banking and service sector. Literacy, 100% maybe. Settlement, mostly people living in urban areas, more than 80 and 85% people living in urban areas. Economy, developed country, high per capita income and high GDP. And which are the countries which are in third stage? They are developed countries like USA, England, Sweden, France, and many other European countries. So most of the European countries are in third stage. So remember, African country in first stage, Asian country in second stage, and most of the European country are in the third stage of demographic transition. Now we will understand the same concept with the help of one diagram. So let's see the diagram. So in the left hand side, birth and death rate figures are given. Green color line is showing the birth rate and red color line is showing the death rate. So see what happens in the stage 1. Birth rate is high and death rate is also high. See, birth rate is about 37 or 38. Similarly is the death rate. Sometimes death rate is higher than birth rate also. Both of them are fluctuating. So birth rate is high, death rate is also high. When? In the stage first. When the country passes stage 1 and comes to stage 2, now what happens? Birth rate is still high, but death rate is declining. So in the second stage, you will write birth rate is high, but death rate is declining. Remember, not low. Don't write low death rate. You will write declining death rate. And then in the third stage, birth rate is low and death rate is also low. That means it is about 10 per thousand, birth also and death also. So this diagram you can draw in your notebook and you can practice and you can understand. If you understand this diagram, you can write the model, and if you understand the model, then you can make this diagram. It's very simple. Now with the help of some pictures and some images, try to create some idea what are the identification of country which are in first stage or second stage and third stage. Let's see. First, we will talk about occupation. You see, in the stage 1, occupation is primary. Most of the people are doing farming or keeping animals like that. But when they move to the second stage, most of them work in factories, manufacturing industry, secondary. And when they move to the third stage, what will happen? Service sector, high-tech industries. So here you can compare that of countries of Africa may be doing this kind of farming, first stage. In the second stage, manufacturing industry, and in the third stage, service sector and high-tech industry. Now come to settlements. Most of the people live in rural areas, village areas, no facilities, no electricity, no water. But in the second stage, small towns come up, cities grows, many people start moving from rural areas to urban areas, and in the third stage, you can see big size of metro and mega cities. Now come to living standard. You can see per capita income is low, poverty is high, unemployment is high, living standard is very low. In the first stage, literacy will be also low, health condition will be also low. But in the second stage, condition, or you can say the quality of living standard improves little bit, and in the third stage, living standard become very, very high. So this way you can understand demographic transition model. I hope you may have find this class very interesting. Thank you very much, friend. Please like, share and subscribe my channel. See you next time. Thank you.